Shalom, shalom, family. Welcome to Value True Knowledge, where true knowledge is valued. In today's topic, we're going to be talking about how man of God, man of Abba, the God of Israel, how they should be treating virtuous women. Brothers, this virtuous woman that I'm talking about, this pertains to our mothers, our daughters, our sisters, our aunties, our grandmothers, and of course our wives. So any woman in your life you feel is virtuous, this is how you should be treating her. Before we get into that, I want to break down the definition of virtuous and what it is to be a virtuous woman. Virtuous: morally good, acting in conformity to the moral law, practicing the moral duties and abstaining from vice, being in conformity to the moral or divine law as a virtuous action, a virtuous life. The mere performance of a virtuous action does not dominate an agent virtuous. It is chaste applied to women. And so what they did here, this is why I'm vibing with this article, this website, is they broke down each definition and how it applies or how it relates to the Bible. So here's the breakdown for definition 1. Being virtuous is obeying God's moral law and keeping away from sin. It means doing what is right as well as not doing what is wrong. To know what God's law is, we must read his word and find out the way he calls us to live. Definition 2 breakdown. Not only does a virtuous life involve doing right, but as the second virtuous woman definition pointed out, it involves being right. This should be no surprise when we remember the second half of Matthew 12:34 and also verse 35. For out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaketh. A good man out of the good treasure of the heart bringeth forth good things, and an evil man out of the evil treasure bringeth forth evil things. What is in our hearts will come out in the way we speak and live. We cannot live godly lives and follow the Lord unless our hearts have been changed. The only way that we can have our hearts changed is by coming to Jesus. Only then, when we ask for forgiveness and grace, we will be changed. Our hearts will be made pure, and we will be given God's power to begin to live virtuous lives for his glory. The third definition points out that a virtuous woman is chaste. Some of the definitions of chaste are clean, innocent, modest, and pure. As a woman, God calls us to be clean through his saving blood and then to live lives that are pure and modest. Being modest applies not only to the way that we dress, but also the way we live. We should not try to draw attention to ourselves, but we should live quiet and pure lives for God's glory. Titus 2 calls the aged woman to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of God be not blasphemed. Since this is the way God will call us to live as older women, then I think it is important for us to start practicing while we are young and while we are forming our habits. Even if we are not married, we can still help care for the home we live in and honor and obey the authorities that God has placed in our lives. So yeah, that's about it for that. I recommend you ladies and brothers to go check this website out. Again, it's called arubyintherough.com. But before we log off this little website, I also want to read. They gave a summary of Proverbs 31, and I recommend everybody go read Proverbs 31. But I'm gonna go ahead and read the summary that they put on here because they put it together pretty well. So I just want to share that with y'all. So look, a virtuous woman cares for her family. She is a hard worker. While she toils faithfully in meeting the needs of her own family, she also doesn't forget to help the other needy people God brings across her path. A virtuous woman also takes the time to look after her own health and be a good steward of her body. So I mean, that's right on point to me. Like, virtuous women are they are way more valuable than rubies. So look, this why I'm breaking it down, why we should be treating them a certain way, because you want to keep them in your lives because they a blessing, and everything they do from the way they talk, the energy, the way they think. It's a blessing. And I want us men to appreciate them daily, because when we do our part, they go like 100 times on their part, making our lives way much easier and peaceful and less stressful. So I'm about to go ahead and speak on how I feel for real, on how we should be treating them. So look, love is action, right? And us men, that's a way that we show that we love somebody, is through action. So everything I'm about to say, you can put this into action to show that you love them. But one thing you should do, you should announce that you love them. Announce and tell them that you love them as much as you can. Make that strong eye contact. Also, really, this is like important. Make sure you're doing your part in life. Make sure you right with Abba. Make sure you're doing what he's asking of you to do, so your energy and your aura can be healing to the household. It can be healing for your woman, for your children, for your family, right? You know, they deserve that peace too, because they got a lot going on with them as well, just like you do. But if you coming home and your energy is off, you throwing the whole household energy off. You are the leader. You are him. You know, you're the closest thing to Christ. So they need you to be spiritually prepared. They need you to be on that right type of timing. So it's important to make sure that your energy is right. And another thing is making sure that you are communicating very well. I mean, to like your best ability to each and every one of them every day. And another thing is making sure that you, and this is for like your wives, making sure that you give her some massages, man. You cook for her. You express your love, you know. Tell her how beautiful she is. Take her out. Go on like mini little trips. Surprise her with something, you know, because you seeing her put in that work. So you should be rewarding her. You should be rewarding her with your energy, rewarding her with, you know, your love and how you really feel about her. And another thing is being honest, being truthful 100% of the time. It shouldn't be no reason for you to be lying or holding things back from them, because they tell you everything and how they feel for real, because they respect you and you need to respect them. Another thing that we can be doing is, man, pitch in sometime. I know we be having our own heavy loads, our own burdens we deal with, but pitch in sometime. Do something she normally would do, you know. Rather that be cleaning, you know, taking care of the kids for a day or something, you know. Just pitch in her and show her that you appreciate her. Show her that like, hey, I'm gonna let you take this day for yourself. You feel me? And another thing, like, watch her actions. If you see her being distant, if you see her like not being herself, pull her to the side and communicate with her. Let her open up to you. This is a must. Like, they need to be like really open with you. Like, they need to be able to come to you for anything about anything. And another thing, listen to the advice they give you, because most of the time I will be speaking through them to you. So listen to them when they got something to say, and it might be irritating your spirit. It's probably irritating them demons that's within you. You need to hear them out. Don't overtalk them. Just hear them out and continue to improve for them, because like I said, when we do our part, they do theirs at 100 times way more than what we are doing. They putting in 100% more effort and love into everything, because they value us. So all I'm saying is match their energy. You feel me? Match their energy here and there if you can. Match their energy, because when you do that, they just gonna continue to go even harder for you and for the family. And I'm telling you, bro, appreciate these women, because like I said, they more valuable than rubies. You hear me? They more valuable than gold. You hear me? It's like that out here, and just take heed to what I'm saying and apply this to your life. You feel me? That's all I really gotta say. I love y'all. Shalom, love, and peace.